know where the treats at.
Is this the passing of the torch, right? Is this what this signifies?
It comes down to that front office and what they feel is most important.
The champ is here. We've touched down from a higher plane. Why you landed here?
We always look forward to that week because it was always intense.
You know that we ain't coming back. We got to.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dante Hall. My favorite player growing up was Dante Hall. I love you guys in the show, but Dante was my guy.
Get to dashing because you done on the warfare.
Chief Concerns is presented by BetOnline and Olipop. Marcus Dash here from Chief Concerns, and ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the year. It's football season, and you know what that means? It means it's time to get in on BetOnline. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything football. BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads to bet on during the games. Think you know your stuff? Get in on our $200,000 mega contest and pick 5 games against the spread every week for your chance at weekly prizes and a share of $200,000. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker or unwind with one of our 150 slot games. Head to the website today and get in on the action. Bet online. The game starts here. Come on, baby. Go. Yes! That's a first down. That's a first down. That's a first down. This football season, I'll be putting down normal sodas like Coca-Cola for Olipop. Olipop offers a healthier alternative with its low sugar content and natural ingredients. Olipop is more than just a drink. It's a wellness companion that supports your digestive health. Packed with prebiotics, this fizzy elixir helps promote good bacteria in your gut, leading to improved digestion and overall well-being. So go ahead, click the link in the description and use promo code SODALOVE and get your can of Olipop so you can enjoy the game guilt-free. Go Chiefs. Use the promo code SODALOVE for 15% off now. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Chief Concerns. And ladies and gentlemen, in 24 hours time, all of us will be at our couch or however you watch the games, at the local bar, your couch, your bedroom, wherever, at the game even. We'll be gearing up for the kickoff of the 2024 season, and our Chiefs will be beginning their campaign for a three-peat, baby, a three-peat. JD, how we doing, brother?
What is going on? What is going on, my brother, man? I feel like, man, I've been running around all day, trying to get some things, obviously, put together, getting ready for this game, man. I'm so excited because I know it's just buzzing out in Kansas City. I know it is. I know it's just lit right now. People don't know what to do with themselves at this moment. And so a couple of the fellows were talking earlier today, predictions and, of course, just the whole, front going on. Like just everything, man. The whole atmosphere, the air. And so this is what it is, man. Football is finally here, Marcus. It is finally here. No more preseason games. No more time to cut it down to the 53-man roster. We got our 53-man roster put together. And it is what it is. We are going in Arrowhead GHA Field tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 their time, to go kick some Ravens tail. Kick that tail feather, baby. That's what it's going to be. So I'm excited, man. We're rolling. How you doing, brother? How's it going?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I can't, one more sleep until we get to it. And, the funny thing is, we you go through the off season, and the off season's fun. The mock draft season where we're like talking about hypothetical guys we could draft. Round 6, who the Chiefs going to draft here, JD? What need we're going to try to fill? It's fun, but like nothing compares to the real thing, and that's what and that's what the whole off season's for. It's for tomorrow. It's for the real thing. So no more preseason games. No more trying to see who's going to be an add-on or a mini camp tryout. It's all done. The real thing is here, and it's tomorrow night at 8:20 Eastern Standard Time, and we're 24 hours away from it. So excited, JD. I am really ecstatic. And then, of course, we'll have our post game show tomorrow night on Bleacher Report. It'll also be on YouTube shortly after that. But yeah, the football season is here, man. I cannot wait, JD.
Man, I tell you what, man. It's almost like I'm like a kid before Christmas, right? That's what it feels like.
Yep.
And so I was in my mind like, yeah, is the game tonight? Like it feels like the game is going to be tonight, but obviously not going to be tonight. It's going to be tomorrow, and I just cannot wait. And of course, listening to all the analysts and stuff today, I was just kind of surfing through, listening to a couple of guys, kind of talking about the Chiefs and the Ravens, and everybody gave their analysis of it and their opinions of it. And we're going to do the same thing here on this show. But I think ours is going to be just a little bit different, Mark. It's a little slant a different way, okay? I say that we are, without a doubt, Chiefs fans, okay? Some of these other guys now decided to, jump on the bandwagon and, the Chiefs are looking like this and now Patrick Mahomes is the greatest guy. I don't remember some of these guys saying that last year. I don't know. I don't think some of these guys are actually believing the Chiefs are going to win it, okay? So I just want that to be said. I want to say that right, first off and foremost, okay? So everybody's trying to go ahead and jump on it. But while we're saying that, the chat is going crazy right now. That's what we was waiting on. And so you haven't been back, on here. We usually let the chat get nice and spicy. We always say that, right? About 5 or 10 minutes, so people are like, what are y'all doing? We are sitting back, actually watching some of you all, talk a little bit to see what, just the feel, the energy is in the air. And of course, we're doing some of our prepping during that time. So we usually start 8:10. When we say 8 o'clock, we want everybody to come in, get ready. So we might come on 8:05, 8:10, and whatnot. But man, I love seeing it. So I'm going to go ahead and say what's up to everybody who's out here. Lacey Snake, good to see you. Gary Holland, Witchy Hall, Maria, good to see you. Welcome. Andrea, good to see you, Andrea. Always good to see you. Ghost Hunter 1974, my man. Hope you're doing well. Daniel Akers. Okay, good to see you. Dom Jones. Let's go with it. Here we go. Who else we got? Jeremiah de Muertos. Hey, yeah, here we go. Muertos is back. Good to see you, my man. I'm the Browns in here. That's what it is. I'm the Brown. Good seeing you like always. Kathy Welch, welcome. I'm trying to think who else we got. Oh, there's Sweetie. What's up, baby? Okay, so see, I seen one on Drayson Neal, new name. About time. Good seeing you, about time. Hope everything's going well for you. Rick Henderson, my man. Good seeing Die Hard for 34 years. Okay, good deal. That's what I love. I love seeing people who's been Chiefs fan for a long time, not just this new era, decide to put on the jersey the last couple of years. Hey, my thing is, as long as you came around, right? As long as you start seeing where, the right thing to do, to me, okay, it's never too late. So I'm good with that. Let me see. Dom Jones. Who else we got in here? Who else? The Big Sign. Good deal. Good to see you, Big Sign. Trey L. Good to see you, Trey L. And so Tilly Train. So we got some people in some new chats. Listen, going to get a good show. We're going to talk about some football, man. We're going to get into it, okay? I'm going to get into it talking about behind the scenes, pulling the curtains back, but also, too, I'm going to get into my coach mode. And so one of the things, Marcus, I've been working hard on, I said, one of the announcements I wanted to make is we're going to be doing a little segment, okay, about being in the dungeon, okay? So we're going to get into the lab. I talked a little bit. So we're going to do a little board work, watch a little video, things of that nature. The thing is, I'm going to go into the teaching how I do when I coach. Take it real slow, talk to people. If some questions y'all want to ask, be my guest, okay? And so it's going to be one of those things real quick. We're going to get into the points of what needs to be done each and every week. Get guys in here talking about some things, man. And so we're going to have some really some good things. And tonight, man, if I'm not mistaken, this is the betting show as well, right? So we bring everything back.
Yep. Yeah. So for those of you who are new to the show, so during the season, Friday night is when we have our cash and props with Dunn and Dash, and Teja will come on. And that's Friday night. We usually do that at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's about usually a 30-minute show. We go over our 5-leg same game parlay. But because this game's on a Thursday, we're going to be kind of combining that show with this show tonight. So Teja will be coming on here about 8:45 Eastern Standard Time to come on, and we're going to do some of the season-long bets that they're out there, but then we're going to go into our 5-leg same game parlays for tomorrow night's game. So so it's a nice little interesting first preview of the season for this Ravens game. A lot of stuff jam packed in this one, JD.
Well, look, we know it's going to be a bar burner. We understand that it's going to be a slugfest. and to be honest with you, this game right here, without a doubt, to me, sets the tone for the entire season. Okay. And I'm not just talking for the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not just talking about the Ravens. I am talking about the entire NFL. Okay. Everybody's going to have their TV on tomorrow to watch the two biggest teams go at it. Right. Ravens, they thought was going to be able to make it. Lamar's getting the MVP. Everybody's patting him on his back. How great he done. Then all of a sudden, he runs into the buzzsaw called the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes at the helm. Now, they come back. And everybody's asking, what is this like the revenge game? What does this mean for them and all that? No. Hey, this is everybody being put on notice. This is everybody understanding exactly what these two teams have. Okay. And so I'm looking at this. This is going to be probably prime for a playoff game, probably down the field, down the road, Marcus, is what I'm thinking. So this is where it's at, man. This is where it's at. So there's going to be a little revenge factor. But also teams are trying to establish everything right now. So the entire tone of the entire season of the NFL starts tomorrow. Are the Chiefs going to be on a historic run? Question number one. Do they have everything that it takes to make that history? Question number two. Are the guys going to be ready coming straight out the gate? Question number three. Question number four. Who's going to be one standing in their way? I think tomorrow, the Ravens are going to be one of the teams that'll probably be one of the guys in that contention, in that conversation for sure. So,
yeah, I mean, this is why when we talked about this when the schedule came out, this is going to be the first game of the season. We were like right away, this is a pay-per-view match that they put on. I mean, if the NFL obviously there's Sunday Ticket and stuff, but as far as pay-per-view matchups, this is probably up there with one of the few matchups that you'd want to see as far as they're going to make a game like a pay-per-view event. Chiefs-Ravens is a pay-per-view. This is an AFC Championship game, not even that long ago. So, look, I have the shirt. I mean, if you have a shirt of a matchup, that's how you know it's a pretty good matchup.
Yeah, no question about it. So, I have a good friend and nephew who's a big Ravens fan. And so we had a conversation last night we do a Zoom call on Tuesdays, Iron Sharpens Iron. And so one of my guys on there, he's talking about, look, we need some prayers for Jason because he's going to be feeling the heat and the loss for tomorrow. So if y'all could, just give him a shout out, maybe a couple of hugs and whatnot, because the Chiefs are going to take a loss. And I'm just like, listen, the last time I checked, okay, I think we own the Baltimore Ravens. I said last season, we came to get crab cakes and chin straps. That's what it was, Marcus. Crab cakes and chin straps is what we was asking for, and we delivered. So when y'all come to Kansas City, we're going to put you on the pit. That's what we're going to do. It's barbecue, baby. It's barbecue time. And guess what? We're going to put you on a little rotisserie, just drag you around. Okay, put Lamar out there first. You know what I mean? Then we'll put this defense that Patrick and them's going to torch up. Okay, then we'll put old John out there on the hot seat. Okay, love John, great guy, one of my guys. Played for him, but he's gonna feel the heat when he gets out there to Kansas City, man. The barbecue that's gonna be in the air, the smoke. Oh, man, I'm telling you, dude. Oh my goodness, I wish I was out there. Marcus, I might just I might get on a plane tomorrow and be like, you know what? I'm screwed. I'm going to the game. I might just go ahead and just do that, man. But right now, I want to be here present with each and every one of you guys. So smoke bird tomorrow night. No question about it. So
yeah, smoked Raven wings.
I love it. Cordell Robinson. Good seeing Cordell.
And I'll say this too, it's we came to the Beltway last year, and everyone was saying, "Oh, they're traveling in the AFC Championship game. They're traveling to Baltimore." We came to the Beltway, and we went belt to ass in that game against them. I know everyone always talks about, "Oh, they didn't score a point in the second half." We didn't need to because our defense was stymieing their offense big time. This great Lamar Jackson, the MVP. It didn't matter. Our defense came to play. Spags whipped up a hell of a recipe for that game, and we'll get into it tonight, obviously, but that offensive line they have over there, that could be a recipe for disaster with Chris Jones feeling as good as he as good as he feels, as he was on this Alex Smith radio show like today, talking about how good he feels. And I mean, he didn't play at all during preseason. He's fresh. He missed week 1 last year, and I think he's going to get him a sack that he missed out on in week 1 last year in this week 1 game tomorrow night. That's what I think. Hey, he missed on some stats that game, and I think he's going to make up for it.
Yeah, no question, man. Look, I'm looking for everybody to have a pretty good game tomorrow. Look, and I got to let y'all know this, okay? As a guy that has played in that stadium, okay, for 8 years of my career, the feeling of coming out in Arrowhead for the first game of the season is, I can't put into words the type of butterflies you have, the type of energy that you have, like your whole body is shaking. And then when you hear the people, the roar of the crowd, and you see the red coaters standing on the side and the cheerleaders standing on the side, and you're looking up when you come out the tunnel and you see the people just leaned over like, yeah, come on. Like it's hard to put into words that feeling that goes through you. And it's almost like you could just take off flying. You really can. That's how energized you feel. Like you literally feel like you're levitating out there on the field. And so your heart is just pumping so much, just feels like it's going to come out of your chest. Okay? And you see everybody, your guys, when you run out there in the crowd and everybody's sitting over in the huddle and you just come in, man, and you just want to just run through a brick wall. That memory I just have of, man, that moment, it just takes me back. Man, it is so much, just like that goodness, like that fight, everything you have in you, man, it's just coming out to battle, you just, out of your mind. That's what you feel like, like you're just out of your mind. You're just out of your mind, man. And I know those guys is there, man. I know they feel it right now. I don't know how many guys are going to get that much sleep tonight. You're going to get a little bit, okay? You get to lay your head down somewhat because your body's just a little tired, all right? But I guarantee, okay, and this Marcus is playing football, absolutely modern-day gladiator in the Coliseum. Exactly, Mike. That's exactly how it feels. It's exactly how it feels. It's when you've done so much football, you run plays in your head when you sleep. Do you ever do that? Did you ever, and you're sitting over here and you're moving around. My wife always tells me like, well, your legs was running I'm like, yeah. I was like, I was running on the field. I don't know what I was doing, but I was in the zone. Okay. I was in action is what was going on. So this thing right here, man, it's going to be absolutely on fire. Absolutely on fire, brother. So, Janae, Reigns, I can't wait for tomorrow either. So,
yeah, it's gonna be a good one, man. Yeah, and that's the thing too. We've had a lot of Ravens fans come on our chat, and I've seen one in there. I believe it's a Ravens fan. But I gotta say, they've come on and they've said that you and I have given a pretty good impartial take on the whole thing. Obviously, we're Chief guys, but they said we've been fair, and what we say about Lamar and what we say about Derrick Henry, whereas there's a lot of, podcasts are very Homer-ish or just people down the middle who are just haters of Lamar or Mahomes. But, nonetheless, last year we got a lot of, Ravens fans coming on, being very cocky. And then it seems like because the AFC Championship game, they've kind of waned a little bit. I think they don't want to come on and be too strong as they were, which is smart of them. But yeah, it should be a good one. It's going to be a great game. You have two of the last few MVPs going up against each other in this game, and the two of the best teams in the AFC last year. So should be a good one. And the electricity, JD, home openers or something else, huh?
Man, I mean every game is crazy. Playoffs, even more, it's Seriously, you're on like a all-time high. People ask me, man, how did it feel playing in the NFL? I was like, man, I was like on an all-time high. Like every single game is what it felt like. Seriously. And so I would when I would come out at kickoff, get in the game, I'd had to come out because I was hyperventilating when I first started. I'd be like, and you just like take a breath, take it in, slow everything down, regroup, okay, then you go. And so what my coach used to do when I was in Philly, we would go out there and pretty much kind of work it out of me as much as possible. Just getting yourself, together. And what would actually get me going into full focus, Marcus, was like that first initial hit to wake you up like, oh, you here? Okay. Then this is what's going to be today, right? So elbows, we're going to drop them. So that's what it's going to be, man. So I wish people could just experience that. Oh,
I remember there was that the Disney show back in the day called The Jersey, where like you put on the jersey. I don't know if anyone remembers that Disney. It was a Disney Channel TV show. They put on the jersey and then you become like a normal person. Just becomes like, I think Kurt Warner was one of the NFL players they used for it. You put on a number 13 jersey and then that person got like first person view of being a NFL player, like taking the hits and all that. I don't know how long this show lasted. It lasted like 2 seasons, but as a kid, I was a big fan of that show because it was cool, like a normal person to get to experience the NFL life a little bit in the by putting on a jersey. Obviously, it's cool, but then you take the next day pains, which I'm sure a lot of us normal Joes probably wouldn't be able to take. The pains the next day.
that once it settles in, then it's like, okay, like I'm a little broke up. But when you have all that adrenaline going, you don't feel anything. You don't feel nothing. Unless it's something bad, you're like, oh my God, like shoot.
But tonight's episode, guys, we're going to preview the game tomorrow night. And then JD had on Monday mentioned a giveaway. And when we are going to our betting show the second half of the episode, JD will give us a little, I don't know if he's got a trivia question to give you guys in order to see who's going to be the winner of the chat. But that's how we're going to play it with the jersey and the Nigerian Nightmare autograph giveaway that JD's giving away tonight. And you know what? I might throw in too with a giveaway of my own. So we might have some good giveaways before we get to the betting aspect of things. Oh yeah.
Remind everybody, if y'all wasn't here the other day, okay, you tell all your family and friends, okay, this is where it is. Right there. Christian Okoye, signed jersey, okay, of the Nigerian Nightmare.
One of the best to put on the red and gold.
Oh man, no question. And shoot, one of the best Chiefs and just guys all the way around, man. Christian, man, is a beautiful person. He really is. Beautiful spirit, man. He's very humble, very giving, but as approachable as you could possibly get. So, I know sometimes some guys, carry this air of like this arrogance, which I think is crazy, right? We all people. And I get it. Sometimes, some guys might get bombarded so much by people. It's just like, hey, I just got to back up a little bit. Cool. For the Nigerian Nightmare, for Christian, he's very gracious, humble. Hey, talks to everybody, soft-spoken. Man, he's a tank, still a tank. When you see that Joker, man, he looked like he still put on some pads, for real. So
he was something else. All right, so we'll get to that later on in the show. So guys, stick around for that, for the giveaway later on. So we're gonna get right to it, guys. So Chiefs, Ravens. Enough is enough. We've seen, we've heard it all, and now it's time to prove it. To put it on the field, see it win 2024. Who's the better squad to start the season out? And JD, there's a lot of guys going into this game. I know a lot of Ravens fans are saying now that we have Derrick Henry. We're going to do what we stopped doing in the AFC Championship game, which is not run the ball. They're going to run the ball down our throats tomorrow. And obviously that begs the question, what is the key to the victory for our defense, and what is the key to victory for our offense? So, JD, what are some things that need to happen in order for the Chiefs to secure a win tomorrow night, in your view?
Well, it's going to boil down to the trenches, okay? We discussed this over and over again. that without a doubt, we have some very exciting quarterbacks of what they do. Okay. The best in Patrick Mahomes, probably ever in the NFL, leading the charge to beat the Ravens. And so for them, everything runs through Patrick. Their thing is to stop him as much as possible. Try to create, mismatches on our offensive line, right? Probably blitz Patrick. And so they do a good job of coming from different places, making counts. If guys are on point, just make sure you're pointing everybody out and just letting everybody know what the adjustments are. Because we have a very young left tackle, okay, who's only played a quarter. So for them, they're thinking if we bring pressure, right, to the tackles or the interior, that's what they're going to be able to do. And so they'll bring it off the edge. They'll bring it from slot. They'll bring it from corner. I've seen double corner blitz from them before. And so they do a lot of different things. They have a lot of creative things they do defensively. And so they have a good front up as well, good linebackers. So that's going to be a challenge for us up front on the offensive line because they know what? Okay, Jawan Taylor's just getting back from his injury. Okay, he was hurt. Not only did he have an injury, but also, too, Jawan Taylor was the leading penalty guy in the league last year. Okay? And so what do they say? The same thing that Bosa said, they hold. Ref, I guarantee they're crying it out before we even start the game. Watch the Chiefs. They're going to hold every single time, every single play. Just watch them. Okay? Same thing. They're going to go after, like I said, King Suma. They're going to try him. Hey, this guy's a rookie. He hasn't seen enough. Man, he's coming for BYU. Who are they actually playing? Okay? He's only played one quarter. Now they're going ahead and crowning him and saying he's the best tackle. He's a tackle of the future, but he's never been tested. So they're going to test him. Now, obviously, our bread and butter, our anchor, okay, our fortitude is on the inside. All right? Tooney, Creed, okay, and Trey. Those three guys are going to handle all the business. And those three up front right there has got to talk and help everybody else outside. Now, same thing, pass rush. Our running backs got to do a great job of stopping that charge. So the other day we was talking about the linebacker coming on, was like, we hope we get them one-dimensional. So they're going to try to stop the run. Stop the run, let them pass. If they pass, we're going to blitz. So what we're going to do. Try not to give him enough time to throw the football. Don't let him get nice and comfortable in the pocket. We're going to make sure we're going to try to shut all that down. We don't have our Jared McKinnon back. They're going to test our running backs to see if they can hit somebody in the mouth. That's what they're going to see. So we'll be fine with that. Now, here's the thing. If they miss any part of that, any part of not getting to Patrick Mahomes, okay, he's going to torture him. He's going to torture him worse than he did when he was up there in Baltimore. Because he got a great receiving core, obviously, in Worthy. Rashid Rice, Travis Kelce. I'll throw in Noah Gray, Jared Wiley. I'll throw in McCole Hardman. We're going to throw in Sky Moore, Justin Watson, and Juju Smith-Schuster, who just came here. And there's a lot of things we can do. Now, we have people to throw to. We got speed to throw to. We got legitimate receivers that we're going to throw to. Our receiving core is better than their receiver core. When I sit there and look at their receiver core, we know, hey, look, okay, yeah, they got Bateman out there, all right? They got Flowers out there that can throw. They got Andrews on those guys. But I think our defense is going to do a good job against those guys, okay? But just on the offensive way, how we go ahead and dispel everything that they try to do against us, all right, we got to make sure we hold up front. We hit these guys in the mouth. I mean, this one I'm talking about, establish yourself early, Marcus. I mean, this is setting the tone. And I'm telling you, man, there's going to be some heads cracking tomorrow. Guys are laying it all out there, okay? Because both teams want it. They do. They want to set and establish themselves right now. We are the standard. Make no mistake about it. The Chiefs are the standard here. And that's what we're going to make sure we get those things done. So that's one thing offensively we're going to try to do to go against their defense. Now I'll go ahead and talk. I'll let you say what you want to say about that. Then I'll switch it around.
No, I think it's because if you look at, I know everyone's making a big to-do about the fact they don't have the same defensive coordinator. The Ravens, they're going to move from their inside backers. But I think it's just scrapping that same game plan that you had against us because, I mean, it's like you said, our weapons are far and away better than what we had when we played them 7 months ago, and that's without Hollywood Brown. You have Worthy. You have a second-year Rashee Rice. You have Pacheco another year, and I don't know. I think he's having a tremendous year this year, being kind of a full-on 3-down back, especially without CEH there and, Perine only being there for a week. So, yeah, there's a lot more elements to this offense. Yes, obviously the biggest question mark for us, every team's got a question mark going into the season.
Yeah.
Ours is left tackle and cornerback number 2. Those are the two biggest question marks I have going to the game tomorrow night. And we're going to see if King Suma is that guy, is the franchise left tackle that a lot of people are saying that. And like you said, we don't know. We have no idea. We have a couple plays here and there that he looked good in that Lions game. Like, yep, look at him. Look, he looks so fast, quick on his feet, and agile. We don't know. So that's going to be the big thing. And if he looks good, then it's going to allow us, Mahomes, to get the ball into his playmakers and do their damage against Baltimore tomorrow. So, yeah, I would say the big key for us is looking at King Suma and seeing if he can, look like he looked in the quarter and a half that he played during the preseason.
Absolutely. No question about it. And I think he'll do a good job. They got some really good, like I said, some defensive ends, defensive tackles. They're going to do some twists. They're going to do some blitzes. And obviously, we haven't really seen a whole lot of that. Okay. We may see it on the look from practice, from Spags, but then, the things that they would throw out there with their own, swing on things, then it's going to be a different look. And this is what you get the first game of the season, just seeing what everybody is. But I think we're going to win that battle. I think we're going to be fine up front. And I can't wait to see him play. I really can't. Because we'll know immediately. And look, he is the tackle of the future. Okay, so let me make that plain. He is the tackle of the future for us. No doubt about it. I think you have a good game. I really do. He seems poised. He's got good feet. He's very athletic. If he's stout and don't give up too much, he'll be fine. As long as he stays, relation to the defensive end and the twist, if he's holding in to make sure Tooney's got him on the inside, which Tooney will do, he'll be fine. He just got to remember, kick, step, be patient. Kick, step, be patient, okay? And when you go, punch, but still move your feet. Punch, still move your feet while you're doing it. And so anytime that you're sitting over there at tackle and you punch and then all of a sudden you just set your feet, that's where the defensive end, you're going backwards, they're going forward. Those guys will try to, do the arm rip to get around either way. So it's going to be a good challenge, though. He'll be all right. He's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. Now, let's talk about our defense. We've had some concerns. We talked about it here at Chief Concerns, okay, for a few things. One was our D tackle, okay, our interior line. We talked about our pass rush was another concern. Because during the preseason, and we granted guys was in there for a little time, and we had, guys that's going to play significantly that stayed in for a long time. And there was still something left to be desired. Number one, stopping the run. Number two, generating pass rush. So that's going to be a big thing on our plate. We have got to do those two things if we want to win. A, stop the run. And two, generate pressure and pass rush. We have to do that. And it starts up front. When I said everything's going to be won in the trenches, that's what I mean. Now, we got the guys. Chris Jones is back. He is back. This is his first game back. No preseason game. 90 is back. Been getting him back into the swing of things. Our guys are going to play. We got a new guy in Cam. Cam is here to help us out. We watch Kolofkis. We watch his growth. These past couple of years, man, I think he's ready. I think he's starting to figure these things out right now that he's going to be a significant guy tomorrow in the game. And I'm telling you, man, he's going to be ready. He's going to have a good game. I say Kalaf's going to have at least 2 sacks. This is me right here. At least 2 for this game. All right? So you heard it here first. JD, who won a Kalafkis in the draft, I say Kalafkis going to have 2 sacks. Okay? At least tomorrow. All right? So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I do believe because of what he brings to the table, he's going to have at least 2. You know why? Because, hey, Lamar's going to try to dance around. He's going to get off. What did George do? He has that motor that doesn't stop. He'll fall into a couple, and he'll keep coming. And I love it because he's relentless in what he does. He's absolutely relentless. So, Lamar, he'll snake around for a little bit, but I think Kalafis is going to get in there for it, man. So we'll see. But I do believe somehow I just thought he's going to have a great game. I just believe that. And so the other guys on the other side, Dannon, King Felix, we got to find out what those guys are going to do. Okay? Now, saying that, let's go to the linebacker core. I think a linebacker core is as tight as ever. I think they're just a good group of guys that we can depend on. Bolton's going to be back. We got Tranquil. We got Chanel. And we got the guys that's backing them up. Those guys are going to be ready. And so I don't worry about the second level at all. Now, when we start getting to the secondary, right, and we got the guys in support, our safeties. Welcome back, Brian Cook. Welcome back, brother. Be good to see you. Welcome back, Reed. We hopefully get in and get everything he needs to get. Okay, he still got to get in a little shape, but we got to get some guys in there that can play, Connors and those guys, right? So that's going to be good. Now, the question is, and you brought this up, is our secondary. Not our secondary, but our corners, okay? McDuffie, one of the best in the game, all right? One of the best in the game. And shout out, man, to Patrick Surtain II for getting his signing. Pat is on one of the shout, on our things with us, man. So we congratulated him and his family. Good for him. He's one of the good corners out there for sure. So shout out to him, just saying congratulations. But we got our guy, McDuffie. McDuffie, when we get into man, he's going to be the guy that's going to travel. He's going to be the guy, if we're thinking about it, I would put him on the Zay Flowers. I would. Okay. Rashad Bateman, I think that second corner could get him. Now, they're looking for big things, right? They gave him a little bit. They trust him. They keep talking about him. I think our guys who's going to be out there as a second corner, they're going to stand up. I think they're going to have a good game. It's going to be better than what we expected. And I think, Marcus, this game right here, whoever plays the best when they come in is going to be the one that's going to start, I think, for the regular season. I think they're going to go with. That's it. That's how I feel. And I think this game right here is going to do a telltale sign of who that guy is, who wants it more, okay? This is a good matchup. First game, this is a good one right here. He's going to be throwing the football, man. Lamar's going to be throwing the football. He's going to be running. But you best believe one thing he's going to be doing now, more than he did last year, he's going to be handing that ball off to Big Henry. That's what he's going to be doing. That's exactly what he's going to be doing. Okay? So, oh my goodness. Yes, sir. I got another superstar in the building that we can punch and hit and smash and fold up. Okay? Leave Tennessee, come up here, the Ravens going to come get some more of that work too, huh? Hey, how about it, King Henry? We come hit you in the mouth. You know what it felt like when you was at Tennessee. Same old Chiefs. So when you come and walking in the stadium, man, you're going to be looking around like, this don't feel no different. This don't feel any different. I was getting handled when I was with Tennessee, and I was still getting handled. I can almost see him in the locker room turning over tables like, what are y'all doing? Come on. Somebody block up front. So,
yeah, that O-line that he has right now in Baltimore, which usually Baltimore's got a really stout O-line, but it's a very makeshift so far. For Baltimore standards, it's a makeshift O-line in their standards. I mean, this is what this line they have right now, especially the right side. This looks a lot like the Tennessee O-line he's had the last few years in Tennessee, so I'm sure it's not what he was hoping for here in Baltimore. But, yeah, It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, JD, I agree with you in the fact that whoever stands out in this game is going to be the guy to go to as the second cornerback.
Yeah.
I hope that's the case because I don't want to be sitting here after the game tomorrow talking about, man, what do we do? Because none of those guys look good. Like everyone who rotated in didn't look good. We're gonna go to. Do we have to go pick up somebody? I just don't want to get the whole conversation because then it becomes a whole like, oh, they need to go get this guy now. So I'm hoping either Nazi, Joshua, I have one of those two step up, really, or Watson, who's hopefully got some wind back in his sails again after playing through that last preseason game, which he looked exhausted.
Look, unless those guys are getting torched, like severely, I don't think anything like that would happen. Okay, and like I said, what's good is because we do have depth at that position, right? We have Nazi, like you said, out there. Okay, we got Watson. Okay, and we got Joshua Williams. Okay, and so I think those guys work well together. I think those guys understand, like, hey man, look, if you ain't got it, I'll get it. And Spags could bring guys in. He could keep it fresh, right? He could keep it fresh out there. So we're gonna be fine in that regard. We're gonna be absolutely fine. I don't think any of these guys are going to be able to get behind our secondary. We got guys that can run back there. They do a great job putting their hands on people, understanding the scheme of where they need to be. So our thing is what we want to do, we want to make sure we stop the run. So we put Lamar and those guys being third and long. Okay? That's what we want to do. That's what you have to do. Get them in third down, third and long, and let the crowd in Kansas City absolutely wear these jokers out. Let them wear them out. Okay? See, and that's another element. That's another one. When they talk about going into stadiums and having a home field advantage, if you've never played, if you've never been in Arrowhead, this is going to be your first time. This is going to be some of these guys' first time, Marcus. Okay? They're going to get a rude awakening. When they come in, they don't see all the smoke around. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Hey, when they go through all of the chants and the tomahawk and when they go do all of that, smoke comes out, and then you see Travis doing his little thing, shooting the air on the air, and Patrick going ahead doing his bowling up, and oh my God. It's going to be some wide-eyed jokers with sauces. I'm talking about wide-eyed sauces like, hey, man, are you okay? Like, snap out of it. Like, we here, okay? Ain't no turning back. Ain't no turning back. It's going to be some shaky knees. I'm telling you on that sideline with Baltimore. Some absolutely shaky knees. And I'm telling you, that crowd in Arrowhead is so intimidating to teams. Listen to all these former players, okay, that these analysts is talking. Just listen to what they talk about Arrowhead, what it's been over the years. About going into Arrowhead Stadium, GEHA, and what that feels like. Being behind enemy lines and not being able to be comfortable. I don't think I've seen any team to come in and just like, oh, we got it, we're going to be comfortable. Absolutely not. Not one team has said that. The one team that thought they was the ones was when they came in and started trying to get all over the Arrowhead in the middle of the field and stuff like that. We sent them Raiders packing. We sent them jokers packing. We had to get some payback for that too. So don't even try it. They just need to understand what it's going to be tomorrow, okay? So it's going to be a nightmare for some of these guys. We talking about guys not going to be losing sleep because they're anxious. Some of these guys going to be losing sleep because they're scared. It's going to be a little shudder, and some backbones. It's going to be a little shudder, baby. I'm telling you. I'm just so excited, man. I'm just so excited right now. I'm sorry, man. I gotta calm down. Calm down.
The way it's supposed to be, JD, going into the next season for a three-peat, man. This is a question I got on one of our videos yesterday, just about the defense. and I've seen some people talk about it in the chat a little bit, but the spy on Lamar, and one of the guys we had doing that a lot was Willie Gay, and Willie Gay, one of the most athletic linebackers in the league. Who do you think is going to take on that role of being the spy on Lamar? Because I think some people in the chat said Drew Tranquil, but like, I don't. For me, I don't think I would like that. Honestly, I prefer like having Connor or a DB being a spy for Lamar.
Drew could do it. Drew could do a good job. He's a linebacker that can run. His thing is, if he's able to go free, he can flow. He'll be able to flow and spill guys back inside. I think they'll try to keep him in the box, which would be the best thing to possibly do, and then show up like all the gaps that you possibly can. Okay, and so you just got to anchor. These guys got to walk their guys back. The good thing about this is Spaz going to bring some. He's going to bring some noise. He's going to bring some noise, and so that right side of the line, I see people talking about it. These are young guys. Okay, so Kalafkis, Chris Jones, Drew's over on that side. They coming. They are coming. And Lamar likes running to his right. Okay, he's right-hand dominant. He likes running to his right. He feels a little bit. He has to go left. Okay, spill him out that way. Then you bring the safety down if you need to. Okay, our guys will be able to hold up. I'm not worried about that at all. I'm not worried about that at all. Like I said, they're going to try to give it to Henry. They're gonna try to make sure. Look, we kept hearing we didn't run the football like we should have last year. We got to have our game plan. And okay, that's the reason they brought that big joker here, man. That's the reason they got that big locomotive there, so he can run the football. Now, make no mistake about it. We understand how dangerous Lamar is running the football with that as well, right? But if you do a spy, and I agree with you, I think you do have to have somebody like Connor or somebody who is faster if you're doing it right, if you bring nickel, if you bring in one of those packages. But Drew Tranquil could do a good job of that. He'll do a good job. And in matter of fact, I think he chased him in the in the playoff game. He had one. Made him kind of run around and get back. Drew's a lot faster than what people think. But that's his forte. He's a fast guy. He's good at flowing. And so I don't mind it at all, especially when you got him, corralled up, right? And so that's what it is, man. You gotta cut the field down for Lamar. You just can't give him openings where he needs to. You just can't do it. So I think doing a spy is a great thing. That's the way you have to go. So
I got a contribution from John Clifford. Much enjoyed. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you always with your solid comments in the chat, man.
Oh, John Clifford, my guy. Hey, brother. Hey, I'm loving it too. You know what I said? I'm going to have to give one of the JD speeches, okay? my little my coach's speech. That's why I'm going to start bringing out a little bit more of that, okay? So.
Love it. We love it. All right, so going to our next topic. So, JD, this is something that I think you and I will agree on here. When we look back, and obviously this is foreshadowing big time down the line of the season, but I feel like when we get to the January, February, I think we're going to look to this offseason, and we had a lot of extensions. Obviously, we kept Chris Jones, we kept Creed Humphrey, we gave Kelsey, Mahomes the extensions. We brought in Hollywood Brown, we drafted Xavier Worthy, so many things. But I think one thing we're going to point to is the addition of Samaje Perine, which we got nearly a week ago, a couple of days ago. The guy is, barely even has a locker yet. And this is a guy, in addition, that I think is going to be something we're going to look back to and be like, wow, that was a difference maker. And then we got him a week before the first game of the season. And I know you have tape we're going to go over tonight that you wanted to showcase. But I feel like he's going to bring something to this locker room that we don't have. And obviously, we're back-to-back champs. You have a lot of things. But there's something of his grittiness and some more of a nastiness that he has that we don't really have week in and week out. And I feel like this is something he's going to be providing to this RB room and this team as a whole. So I'm curious to see what you have to say about that.
Man, look. Samaje Perine is an absolute treat for me. And I know for you too. And he like I said, he's been a thorn in our side He's just had good games. And when you see him play, especially the team that, he wants to play against, like, Chiefs is one of those. He's a guy that doesn't blink. You bring him in, he's going to be solid at what he does. Watch how he runs behind his pads, low on his shoulder, make guys miss. It takes 2 or 3 guys to bring this guy down. And so he does a phenomenal job in the run game. And so it wouldn't have to be a question, how we, last year, people, look, and I get people don't like some of the running style, like smaller backs. Samjay Perine is not going to back up from nobody. He's not going to do it. He's looking at the door. He's coming in the door. He's kicking the door down. That's what he does. And so we're going to show some of this, man, with Samjay Perine, what he's done to us, okay, and what he brings to the table. So just his nastiness. Run through one. Sprint, draw. Quick toss. Always 2 or 3 guys to bring him down. Positive yards. Running behind his pads. I mean, he's a physical guy. Look at that. Get off of me. Make you miss. 5 on me. Here we go. Run through it. I'm telling you, man, this when you see a guy like this, okay, who runs with reckless abandonment, and it takes 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy like this down, it is going to be hard on the defense. It's going to be hard. And the guys up front love running the football, Marcus. They love running the football. We seen Ken Suma get after people. We seen that. We're going to be physical up front. Make no mistake about it. We are coming in to run straight down their throats. And I get, look, we got wide receivers that got speed on the outside. We got Travis Kelce that runs the middle, could do everything. Kyle Hamilton don't have nothing on Travis Kelce. Ate his lunch last year. I hope they give that matchup again this year. I hope they give it back to him, okay? Because it's going to be the same thing like you did. But we are running straight at them. We are running straight at them. A, B gap, that's what we're doing. A, B gap, that's what we're doing. Are we running the Deuce? Deuce is what we're running. We're running right here. We ask you to stop it. Do that. And I'm going to tell you something. You know what makes everything go? What we did last year? You know what personnel we ran it out of, Marcus, that was successful?
Multi-tight end sets.
13 personnel. Yes, sir. 13 personnel. And we can run 12. It don't matter. And I hope we do it. Okay? And if we do 12 personnel, Carl's still right there, we are going down. Rogers and I said, Reed, man down. Hey, I know Reed was sitting over there. I told you before, like, when it's just a hard day, you get on one knee, you're like, dang, God, it's going to be like this? All day, huh? All day. Perine, get it like, you know how demoralizing it feels when somebody runs over you and they can get up and they pat you on your back? Like, you know what I mean?
The pat on the back was a little subtle, too. Both of them know what was going on. Nobody else did, but only those two knew.
Right. Absolutely. So I think, man, for him, Perine's going to be he's going to be that glimpse of what we need. Okay. They might think they're going to stop Pacheco. And the thing is, we got Perine waiting in the wings for that. We got Carson Steele, who can run the football too. We seen what he did in preseason. You talking about somebody to make the best out of his chance and opportunity? Carson Steele did that. So we hope, okay, they do the too high, go deep, watch what they're going to do, throw deep. We're going to try to run a blitz. We're going to hit you dead in your mouth. That's what's going to happen, okay? We're going to bring the tight ends in. Okay, we're going to run counter. We're going to run power, all right? We're going to run toss. We're going to run boss. We're going to run that. Back on strong safety. That's what we're going to do. That's what it's going to look like. And so, beware. Buyers beware. Sanjay Perine runs behind his pads. So,
do you agree how I said it's kind of like obviously Pacheco runs he's a very angry runner, right? And aggressive runner too. But like, do you think that was kind of an element of missing? Because like Pacheco runs, he gets up, right? He's not patting guys, and he's not. I don't think there's not like something that stands out where there was like a nasty stiff arm by Pacheco yet. He doesn't really have any of that yet. I'm sure he will get that because he's an aggressive runner, but this guy brings just a certain kind of grit, like, and veteran presence, like kind of a man. Like that looks like a man in out there. And I feel like he's bringing something that we didn't really have in that running back room. McKinnon, albeit great blocker, great pass blocker, he provides some nastiness. But as far as being like a pilot runner like that, McKinnon can have it. That's where the parts where yes, he's a good replacement for McKinnon, but this is where he does a little bit different than McKinnon as far as the way he runs the ball behind his pads like that, laying the smackdown on someone.
Our guys a little bit more finesse. You know, that's what we've been. So I have no problem with that, not whatsoever. But we have been missing some of that element. We have, and so they know Perine. They know Perine. Being Cincinnati, they know who Perine is. They seen it, and I guarantee they defense coordinator is like, oh, okay, hey, they got Sanjay Perine. We've seen him before. We know what that's all about. And they got the butter churner, Pacheco. Get them knees going. It's going to be hard to stop him. They got this young whippersnapper, blonde hair coming out the back flowing. Looks like Thor Hammer, Carson Steele. This backfield that you're looking at is not the same backfield the Chiefs have had. It's not the same. So you better be ready. If you think they're not going to be physical up front, look who they just got finished paying. Look who they're looking to pay. Look who they paid when they brought him in here. They have the best interior in the NFL. You think we're not going to run the football? We're running behind those guys up front. Be prepared. And then we're going to air it out. We're going to air it out.
Yep.
You start running, get finished running down your throats. We get tired of doing that. We're gonna take a couple of shots.
Yep.
We're gonna Marcus. We're gonna utilize their 4-2. See what their 4-2 is gonna look like. That's what we're gonna look at.
Excited. We haven't seen speed like that in a while.
We ain't seen it. So,
but yeah, and also too, I mean, talk about just in this game alone. I don't know how much playing time Perine's gonna get in this game since he's only just got off the plane like 2 days ago. But this is a team he's played a lot in his past. I mean, playing 2 times a year in Cincinnati. So I mean, the Baltimore definitely knows who that guy is. Number 34 is.
Yeah, I would say he's gonna get a good look tomorrow. I mean, to be honest with you, it's carryover. You're a running back, right? I'm how much the holes change, right? You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah, so, like a long sentence, but 34 dive. You know what 34 dive is?
Yeah. What is this? Oh, it's just talking. Okay. Sweet. Yeah. Zone. Okay, I got you. Yeah, sure. No, it's easy to pick up. And I guarantee he's just taking it all in. It's the terminology. But when you sitting there, you're going through the entire play, right? Personnel formation, protection, play, all those different things. Break. He'll get it. What he needs to hear, and that's fine. So he'll be fine. He's a veteran. He's been around. I don't think he has any problem picking up any of these things up. So that's that right there, man. Is this is such a great combination. That's a great combination. Yeah. So
I'm really excited to see him. I hope he does play a lot tomorrow. I'm really excited to see Samaje.
Yeah.
All right, JD. So now we're getting to that time before we get to the betting part of things. I guess this is kind of betting, but this is the end of the episode, our prediction. So usually when we don't have a betting show, we have usually the end of our actual episode, but we have a lot more to get to tonight. JD, so tomorrow night, Thursday night, week 1 of the NFL season will kick off in Kansas City at 8:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find this game on NBC, not Peacock, but regular NBC. So you don't have to download an app, guys. Ravens will be traveling to Kansas City, and they are a 3-point underdog in Kansas City. So our Chiefs are a 3-point favorite at home. JD, who do you have in this one? And what's the score?
So It's going to be a good game tomorrow. Like I said, this game is all about setting the tone for the entire season. Okay, and this game is not going to disappoint. There's going to be obviously some mistakes because it's the first game of the season. Guys are going to be feeling really nervous, very anxious. Those are going to be coming out of guys. But I do think that the Chiefs are going to come out here and they're going to establish themselves immediately right now. And the best thing to do is to do it against the Baltimore Ravens, okay? One of the better teams in the AFC. I think this game, okay? First game of the season, Marcus. Woo! I was looking for this to be 24-17. Chiefs.
Wow.
24-17. I did have it up more than that at first, but I started thinking about it, so I had two different ones out here. 24-17, I think, is what it's going to be. Now, my initial one, okay, just so everybody knows, my initial score was 31-21. That's my initial one, okay? And I think that might be more to that, but I do believe because of the crowd tomorrow in Kansas City, they got to get used to the offensive line. I do believe it will be 24-17. So let me write that down for our betting show so we know for a fact. Let's put it here. Okay.
Looking at the weather, JD, it's supposed to be a high of 91 tomorrow and sunny. So game time will be about 85 degrees in Kansas City tomorrow night. So 85 and sunny. I don't know what the humidity is. If anybody's in Kansas City, you guys can let us know what the humidity level is in Kansas City right now. But I mean, that's a pretty nice opener. 85 and sunny, clear skies. That sounds like a beaut.
Oh my gosh, it's perfect. It's perfect. I hope we go out there and mess up kickers too. They roll a little something over there, man. Maybe we'll go make amends or something with Old Tuck.
Yeah, man, we'll see. Let's see if he tries to come over on Mahomes' sideline to do what he was doing during that AFC Championship game. Yeah, so you had 24-17, so you 41 points collectively. The over-under is 40. The total points is 47 in Kansas City, so you have the slightly underneath that.
47? Okay. I'll take it. Sure, I even like that 27-17. But I do believe 24-17 is going to be it. But like I said, my initial one was 31-21. So,
yeah,
you know what? It's first game you always got to work out the kinks. Guys are going to be, like I said, nervous. You're trying to think in your head like where you're supposed to be. It might be some early timeouts. Like, hey, there's a timeout real quick. Okay, throwing some things in here. But timeout. And so you just got to regroup. Okay, settle down. Right. Let's go back over it again. Okay. Call the play one more time. What do you see? Right? So defense is going to have the defense is going to have a good game. I think that's what it is. The defense are going to have a good game. And so that's going to be a defensive performance tomorrow.
That's a good point here by Randy Connolly. Don't forget, kickoffs will raise the score based on, I guess, field position being starting higher than usual in the last few years. That's a pretty good point.
Yeah, but if you're not really kicking the ball off because you're not really getting scored,
That's true too.
And even if you are, I mean, we've seen maybe on returns, 30-yard line?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there, 30, 35. So I haven't really did we have a long one this preseason? I think we were like the only one.
I think we had a couple like 43-yard ones.
Okay.
But we got dominated on it. We couldn't contain anything. So hopefully they figure that out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, it'll be also too. Do you think? Because I know it's preseason, so everyone's just trying to try it out. Do you think more teams are going to go? You know what? Just take it to 35. We'll kick it up. We'll give you a touchback so you guys can take it. We don't want to deal with the kickoffs. Do you think there might be an element of that, or do you think teams are still going to try?
No, I think every team will try if they get a chance to.
Okay.
If you kick it in the end zone, maybe. But if it's anything shorter in the return zone, shoot, why not? Go ahead and take it. It just gives you opportunity because I know special teams coaches are looking to get an advantage. Like every time they just look like, man, how can we work this to our benefit in the blocking scheme? Things we can do, cross blocking, even in that little small zone when guys are meeting up. I thought about that. Just looking at it, I started just like, okay, if playing within the rules, two guys back there, you could have two guys starting back there, but let's say you return it. One guy could slough back after initial run, and you could throw it over to him. So, I mean, there's things you can do. And I know guys are getting, kind of creative with this. We'll see. So,
yeah, I'm curious to see how Tobe, outdoes himself from the preseason, because the special teams looked like a disaster, especially on kickoff. So hopefully he's sharpened things up a little bit since our last preseason game, or just in general, the whole preseason. I'm seeing here. So guys, Andrea or Ghost Hunter says the slight chance of a shower tomorrow. They have it at 40%. When I looked at the weather, I looked at the Apple weather on my iPhone, and it said, 85 and sunny and no chance of rain. So leave that. That's Apple. That's not me. I'm not a meteorologist. That was Apple. So if I'm wrong, that's on Apple, not me.
Really? Is that what okay.
That's what they're saying. They're saying 40% chance. Yeah, 40% chance. Yeah. 40% chance of rain. So we shall see. All right, guys. So now we're getting to that point in the show where JD has a little treat to give y'all. And I don't know if he's got a trivia question. I don't know where he's going with it.
You know what? I was going to do. And I was going to base it off how many people we have in the chat. Okay. Do you know how many people we have in the chat? Can you?
We had about 115 a second ago. Now we have 105, 104 right now.
Okay. So what I was going to do is I was going to call my grandson, and I was going to have him pick a number. Okay. One through the what's the name of that? Can you tell like who's in that order? You can't do that?
No, it's just random as far as who's in the chat.
Okay. That's what I was thinking about doing. Let me see. Let me do this.
Oh, come on, about time. You love the trivia. I think you've won before. Yeah, come on. Come on. Well, I'll tell you what, for my giveaway, I'm definitely doing trivia, so it'll be a fun one for you guys.
Okay. See, that's what I was hoping everybody was in order, and just have him,
Yeah, no, it's all random.
It's all random like that. Yeah. Does it look like this? See, y'all got to realize I can't see like the chat line. I don't know why I can't see it. Maybe it's something I'm not.
You don't see the comments on the side?
I see the comments.
Yeah,
but I don't know how many people's in here.
Oh, okay. So the only difference for me is it says live, then next to it just says 105 people, and then yeah. But there's no order to it. It's just everyone's just in there.
Yeah, no, I don't have. Yeah, mine has live and then the start, and that's it. I don't have anybody on here.
Yeah, so. it just says, gives me a number. It has an eye emoji, and then it says 102. So
okay, all right. See, I don't have that. I don't know why, but let me see. All right. Let me see. All right. One of my boys, okay, pull his name up. And first person to say this, all right. Oh, man, see, but I don't like this because people could Google things, who's ever faster with the fingers, it's one of those faster with the fingers. So that's the only reason I don't like it. I wish we had like a random thing like numbers or people's names and stuff we could put in here. 102. You got to. I tell you what, you had a trivia, right?
I have a trivia question for my.
You only have one. Did you have a backup one?
I only have one. It was supposed to be tying to the trivia. Let me think here. Trivia question. So you have Okoye. Actually, so Teja's in the backstage right now. Let's see if Teja might have an idea on this one. So let's see if he has an idea for this.
Okay.
There he is. There's the man.
Stage.
What's up?
What's up, brother? Listen, we were. I was thinking that the chat had like everybody was in order, certain ones, and I was gonna have my grandson.
Yeah, I was listening. Yeah,
he was okay. All right. But now we're looking for maybe a trivia question of something to see, and I was like, because the Google thing, whoever fasts at Google gets it. That's So
you're okay.
So I don't like that. I don't like that one. Okay, because it's the faster finger was win.
Would you like it to be more random?
You
should ask people. Like, is it a Okoye related question? I don't know the answer, but I have a fun question you can ask. But it'll give it away. People will search for it, so I can't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, can you guys not search for it? Maybe a word of honor kind of thing.
Hold on.
Well, if you looked up the answer to it, then people would just start shouting out. It's because it's like number related. So here, let me make it fun.
Lacey Snake says something about the podcast.
Hold on.
I was going to make it Okoye related. But
yeah. So hold on. So I'm gonna try to do this real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna mute my mic real quick. All right.
Okay. All right. So I cannot hear you. No, cannot hear you. Tilly Train wants an Okoye question. There you go. Okoye question would be good. There you go. There are some of the OGs. The chief OGs want the trivia.
Yeah, this is the one I just texted you is definitely an OG question.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
That's a very and that's very no one knows that. You'd have to people would have to just shout out numbers and then the answer.
Text that to JD. And text him the answer too if he doesn't know it. I do like Lacey Stakes. The something about the podcast that'd be a good one. Yeah. JD is working the phones right now. I'll tell you what, I can do mine right now while JD thinks of his. Yeah, I don't know. I could do my trivia question right now while JD waits. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. Okay. So my giveaway tonight, I think I teased this on one of our last episodes, or not last, it was like a couple weeks ago. For our Welsh people, LRZ jersey right here, baby. An LRZ jersey that's going to be sent out to someone who wins this trivia question right here. So it's an LRZ jersey you guys would be getting at. I mean, I think it's one of the few that they have anymore because they're all gone. They're all Jaguar ones. So, yeah, it's number 9 LRZ jersey. All right, so my question for you guys, if we have any Welsh fans in here, anybody who's an LRZ fan, yeah, it's not an Okoye autograph jersey, but it's an LRZ jersey, so that's fun. But, okay, so the question is, LRZ grew up watching the NFL. What NFL team did he grow up watching with his father?
Okay, I'm on real quick. Can y'all hear me?
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Pause that, guys. JD?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. So I got Christian Okoye on here right now. And so, yeah, Christian, say hello to everybody, please.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good. How are you doing, Christian? It's an honor to be talking to you.
Good. Good talking to you too, man.
So, Christian, I wanted you to ask the people, a question about you, see if they'll know what the answer is. How about that? Okay. I'll let you ask the chat, man. There's 100 and some people here in the chat waiting for to win a jersey of you, signed jersey of you, this very moment. Okay. So
okay, I have two questions.
Two questions.
One is, what tribe did I come from in Nigeria?
That's a good one.
And the second one is, which school did I go to?
Which school?
And I have more.
Okay. So what tribe did you come from in Nigeria? And then what school did you go to?
Yeah.
You mean college, high school, like
College.
Okay.
Yeah, in California. That would be easy.
All right. Okay. So I need both answers. If y'all want it, both answers.
If they can't get my tribe, they can tell you which event that I was in track and field before I switched to football.
Okay. So y'all have 3. Okay. What event he was in track and field? All right. So
JD, Nick B, I think, has them.
Nick B. Okay. What else? What are they?
So he I think he says for the tribe, he has Igbo and then College Azusa Pacific.
The Azusa Pacific is one. Yep. You got it.
Okay. What tribe?
He said Igbo.
The tribe is Igbo.
He got it. Hey.
Yeah.
He got it, Chris.
You got it?
He got it. Yeah. Nick B got it. He got it, man. Yeah. That's perfect.
Good.
Oh. Well, hey, Christian, man, I appreciate it, man. Look, hey, y'all, Christian is actually at dinner right now, and I just disturbed the man, okay? But this is an honor for me, Christian, to call you. I was telling people how great of a man that you are, and people know that. So they're huge fans of yours, man.
Thank you, brother.
Well, thank you, my brother.
You guys.
Okay.
Hey, go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs. There you go. That's it. All right, my brother. I'll talk to you, okay? All right, take care.
All right, bro. Take care. Bye-bye.
Right, bye-bye.
Wow, that was for a random one right there, JD. That tops any idea we had.
I mean, what other Chief shows calling up other Chief players in the spot?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know it. He was out to dinner. I'm like, oh man, I apologize. Now, like I said, man, as gracious as they come. So, congratulations, okay, to Nick B.
Okay,
now
so
you already answered that.
Hold on. There is a technicality here.
What's
So About Time put Igbo, and then later on, after Nick B, he put Igbo and Azusa Pacific in one answer. He put Igbo, and then he got Azusa Pacific right after Nick B. So no technicality. If he had Azusa Pacific before Nick B's 2 in 1 answer, I would give it to you. But now it's Nick B. Sorry, About Time. It's Nick B. Winner. Sorry, no technicality.
All right. Hey, listen. Hey, About Time. We'll have something else for you. Okay, how about that? Okay, consolation prize for you, man, because I know you was very on it as well. So appreciate it, everybody. So Nick
B, reach out to JD on Twitter, or you can reach out to my email, chiefconcerns@yahoo.com, with your address and everything. We'll give it, and we'll send this out to you. So chiefconcerns@yahoo.com or JD on Twitter.
John Clifford said, "Rig."
That's much better than my question. My question was going to be, what was Okoye's hitting power in Tecmo Super Bowl?
what was it?
94.
Oh wow.
That's why you just run through people. No one could ever tackle them. You just went right through them.
Him and Bo Jackson were incredible.
It wasn't breaking tackle. It was called hitting power for a running back. Great.
Yeah.
JD, while you were on the phone when you were getting the whole thing established with Okoye, I did my own trivia question, and we got an answer within the first second I did this. So the surprise, not autographed, but it's LRZ jersey. One of a few they made in America, I think, JD. One of the few and one of the last, I think. And
listen, that right there is a keepsake. Okay, that is a keepsake right there. I'm not saying that this one isn't either, man. I put a little bit more stock into this one. This, yeah,
100%.
But that Louis Reese Zammit, that's a keepsake.
So the question was, what NFL team did he grow up watching with his father? And we got it. The person who got it right away was our guy Randy Connolly with the Redskins. It was the Washington Redskins. He grew up watching the Redskins with his dad. And so, Randy, you know what to do, man. Send your address to chiefconcerns@yahoo.com. We'll get you this one of the few ever made, probably one of the last ones we'll ever make of an LRC jersey in a Chiefs uniform.
Training camp jersey.
Jersey, yeah.
Preseason jersey.
Yeah. That's going to the
Way to go, Randy. Way to go, Randy. So that's training camp. That's good. That's good. Nick B, congratulations, Nick B, for winning the jersey. We're gonna give Randy stuff out all year, man, and I'm sure Christian wouldn't mind doing and signing another one for us. Like I said, man, he's one of the greatest Chiefs ever. Not just in what he did for the organization, but who he is. So
Yeah. 100%. And that was a really cool treat to have Christian Okoye come on the phone there. That was hilarious. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I'm sitting there like, why don't we ask him? How about that? We just ask Christian then.
Great.
So,
Yeah.
Good way of going about it. And he had questions on the spot like that too.
yeah, he was like, he
was waiting for you to ask him that.
yeah. Well, so when I was first saying it, he was saying, yeah, ask me the question. I'll answer it. So he thought I was going to ask him a question. I'm like, no, so it's going to be, winning your jersey. He said, oh, okay. He said, oh, man, I got like several. I'm like, oh, cool. There we go. Good deal. We got to have him on the show too. So he's another, we got to have him on the show as well. Getting some more guys. And we're going to do that this year, fellas and ladies. We're going to get these guys on here to talk some good football. So,
yes, sir.
Yeah, good treat tonight. Good treat.
That was great. I was not expecting. That was awesome. All right, guys. Now we're going to get to cash and props with Dunn and Dash. It's our first one of the season. Usually it's Friday nights, so keep in mind 7 p.m. This show every Friday we'll be doing this. But of course, when we play on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, and these weird game schedules we'll have this season, we're going to have to fluctuate. But nonetheless, this is a special one since the beginning of the season. We didn't even get to do this last year. We did a whole season prop bets thing. So I'm going to go a bunch of the over-unders for the season. So we got the Chiefs win total, Patrick Mahomes yards and touchdowns, Travis Kelce yards, Xavier Worthy's yards, Pacheco's rushing yards, Karlaftis sacks, Chris Jones sacks, Trent McDuffie interceptions. So those are the ones I have for you guys tonight. So,
oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. So we'll begin. So Chiefs over-under win total, 11.5 wins. What do you guys have on that over-under?
Huh. You ask. That's our question.
That's for you guys. Yeah. 11.5.
Over. Definitely over.
I'm going 11. I'm going under.
Oh, you son of a gun.
Ah, wow. Okay. No, they'll have at least 12.
I think that's a little too obvious. I think it's a little too.
Is it though? We have a tough schedule. I mean, it's not a gimme by any means.
We always have a tough schedule. We're number one in the division the last 50 years. I mean, yeah, we're gonna have a tough schedule every year.
Look, we do, but look. You can't be 11-6 and be a 3-peat.
No, what do you mean? You can certainly do that. Come on, you can do that.
You can.
I thought we were going to be a 2-peat last year going into the playoffs.
And they said it was the hardest season. Patrick said it. It was miserable. Miserable.
Yeah.
These guys are coming out here to kick ass and take names. And them jokers are when I'm talking about he got his mojo back and he's got guys to throw to. And he's sitting there saying, look, we're testing everybody. We're testing every defense out here. So I'll go through it, Teja. And I would feel 3-peat with 11-6. Shoot, man, look, this historic run, you got to be on point with everything. You got to be on point with all. And I think these guys got fire in their belly. Okay, these guys are ready for this. They're ready for this. So let's go with So Teja, all right.
A lot of shit right now, huh?
No.
Not from you, from Chams.
Okay. So who's your 6 losses? How about that? Let's do that.
Look, because if we go back to our original schedule show that we did when I think Marcus was visiting here, actually,
California,
when you were here, I think I chose over that. I think I chose 12 actually.
Okay,
but
it's changed.
The line's changed. I just think 11's low for us. I just think that screams everybody to take over. I just think that I'm going pure. A lot of my picks for these are not necessarily like factoring in like the data. It's really what they are trying to get you to do based on their projections.
Okay,
that's fair.
So you okay? So you're just going with the bet, like okay.
I just purely think 11 saying your logic alone, like 3-peat. Come on, they have to win at least 12 games. Right?
Yeah, there's also a lot of people saying that the Chiefs, there's no way they can 3-peat, no way, and a lot of people are going to smash the under on that.
I will say my counter to your argument, though, the way you said, which is very good, it's very valid. My counter to that would be, if you're the Chiefs and you're saying you won despite last year, don't you think you can afford a couple of stumbles along the way this season?
I don't think you're going to win with the mindset of thinking you're going to have stumbles. I think you had to go in with a winning mindset every single week, and that you're better than everybody. And so we're not giving quarter to anyone.
Bigger too.
Huh?
Our target's bigger too.
It is, and we're not giving quarter to anybody. And somebody said this. I think Shady said this. I heard him say it today. I'm like, you know what? It's true. He said when we were at our worst, okay, they had a chance and a shot to take us out, and they didn't do it. They didn't do it. Okay, we're better than we were last year in certain areas, obviously, right? Wide receiver room, our offense was great. We want our offense to be back up in the upper echelon like it has always been. Okay. Our defense is still going to be a top 10 defense, top 5. And it's really just figuring out who the other guy is going to be at corner. And I think because we have, the number of guys there, we're going to be fine. Our question, we have been talking about this on the show, and you know this, we've been talking about like the pressure, the D-line. Okay. We had to have pressure. If we had any significant part of pressures on quarterbacks this year, we're going to be all right. We're going to be fine. And so because of the scheme that Spags runs, I think everybody, we're going to be all right there. So I don't really see any weakness in us. We lost Snead, but other than that, Willie lost him, but we Drew Tranquil came in. He was already starting over Willie, and that's why they moved him out.
Yeah.
So defensively, I think we're going to be well. So that's it. That was only my reason, and I just think that we're just better offensively, and we're just as good defensively too.
Yeah. I'll say over. I think we go 12 wins this year. That's where I'm at. So over the 11.5 Tage.
12. One more than me, and I'm nuts for choosing 11. This is hilarious.
You're on an island there, buddy.
You know what? Chat on my back for one less game than you chose. One.
You were too quick with the whole under. Yeah.
You were
I let you say it first.
Yeah. He's like, these guys ain't gonna do it.
It did seem like that. I know you're a Chiefs guy, Teja, but it did seem like that. Okay, so moving on to Mahomes passing yards. 4,350 yards is his total for the season. Over or under 4,350 yards for Patrick Mahomes?
I don't want to be too quick with it, so I'll wait.
4,350 yards?
Yep.
We're not talking about Tubbs, right?
This is just his yards right now. I got touchdowns.
Oh, yeah, he's over it.
Yeah, I got like 46 to 47 in that range.
Yeah.
An overwhelming over in the chat. Everyone's saying over. Everyone's saying over. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, everyone thinks we're going undefeated too. So yeah, he's not gonna throw for 3,500 if we're going undefeated. So Pacheco has like a 1,900 yard season.
Yeah, I do think he's having probably one of his better years as far as passing. So I will say over for everything here. 34. So his passing touchdowns now 34.5 passing touchdowns. Over under
34.5.
34.5. Yeah.
Yes, over.
Go over. Go 36 is what I think.
Oh, okay. So right over. All right. Yes, everyone's loving the Patrick Mahomes stats. Everyone's going over. I see John Clifford, Randy, Tilly. Everyone love it.
Now, okay. Tage, don't be afraid to say under anymore. Like,
No, I'm not.
All right. So next one. So with receptions, I didn't see receptions for our guys when I was looking through some of the DraftKings stuff. So I just went with yards for all the guys. So Rashee Rice is not on any of the DraftKings or any of FanDuel, any of that stuff, because I think some of the sportsbooks are still scared he might get suspended, so they just put all the stuff off in general. So we're going to be looking at Kelsey, Xavier Worthy for receiving yards. So Travis Kelsey, his receiving yards is set at 900.5 receiving yards. Over or under for Travis Kelsey?
How much? How many?
900.5. So 901.
Oh yeah, he'll be over that. I think he just missed it last year, and he missed one game, and so he'll be over that.
Yeah, it's like 55 a game receiving. That's like not even if he plays. So you also have to factor in snap counts. They're trying to like limit him a little bit, get him ready for the playoffs. So when we think Kelsey numbers, we're thinking like Kelsey Young, Buck Prime, right? But this might be the new age, keep him healthy for the playoffs, Kelsey. So we don't know what that's going to look like, especially with all the weapons. We don't have to lean on him as much, right?
Right. They may not double him up.
But him being healthy to start the season also counterbalances that a little bit. So I went over. I don't think he'll get 1,000, but I think he'll get over 900. I think he'll just get over 900.
So far, this is the first one that I've seen that's been kind of split. A lot of people are saying under, and then we have some people saying over.
Really?
Interesting, yeah. Randy Connolly says under 850. Interesting.
You just have to, if you manage his time, and when you bring him in for a big play or just certain plays, he'll be able to do it.
Official.
Yeah, exactly. And you just keep him fresh. You keep him fresh. So,
like Tim Duncan in the last few years. You still get like 15 and 11 off like 28 minutes. You know?
Oh yeah. That's the machine right there, man. So, Mr. Fundamental, crazy.
I'm seeing Ray Connolly says if Kelsey's over 1,000, then wide receivers are dropping passes. That's not true. Come on, Kelsey was getting 1,000 yards like a receiver when we had Tyreek. So
it'd be more the production of Patrick Mahomes is what that's going to be.
Yep,
he's going to be throwing the ball down the field.
It's a good point, Mike. But because of last season, we don't feel like we have to have home field, and we don't feel like we have to be by far the best team going into the playoffs anymore. I think last year changed a lot of ways in our thought process during the season.
Or it's completely the opposite, where they don't want to feel like that anymore. They're gonna go over and beyond to win every game.
Yeah, man. You want to go through Arrowhead for that whole deal.
Of course you do, but
yeah.
Before last season, we thought we needed it. We don't need it anymore.
Yeah, I get you. That's why I think it's
we want it.
Yeah,
of course. We don't need it though anymore.
No. Look, we don't back up from anybody. You're not scared of anybody in the NFL, any team for that matter. We don't mind at all. But I think for it to be the historic run, I think they are pushing like we got to make sure we have everything in Kansas City. Why not? I mean, that would be the cherry on top for every little playoff game and stuff like that. How can you? Oh my gosh! So,
and I'll say that too. It's more so than the home field advantage is having that bye week, especially with a guy like Kelsey and some of the older guys we do have. To give them a little extra rest, and we don't know what kind of nagging injuries they're going to have towards the end of the season too. Give them one more extra week. All right, so the next one, okay, this is an interesting one. So Xavier Worthy, which when this line first came out, when Hollywood Brown was still healthy, I thought this was a weird line for him. It was 750.5 yards receiving for Xavier Worthy. And this is when Hollywood Brown was healthy. That was his line. I believe Hollywood's was 800 or 850, but now since then they've taken that off the board because he's injured. But Xavier Worthy, 750.5 yards receiving, over or under?
Under.
They didn't move Worthy's up, though, did they, when Brown went down? That's very telling, right? His injury was significant enough for them to take him off the board, but not significant enough to move up the guy who's going to be taking a lot of those deep routes while he's out, right? So that's pretty interesting. I think a lot of this does hinge on Brown to a certain degree because I'm right around there. I'm going under, though. I think he'll be really close. I think he'll be in like the high 6s, low 7s. But it really if you start doing the math though, like I start doing the math on the Mahomes and the Kelsey. So it's 4,450 for Mahomes, right? You got 900 for Kelsey. Let's say 900 for Rice. That's 1,800. Let's say 800 for Brown. That's 26. Let's say 750 for X. That's 3,350. So then you have 1,150 according to their numbers for him to go over. You have
he would just need 1,000 at that point because it's
1,100 more for Watson, McColl, Sky, Juju, Gray, Pacheco, and Perine. That's crazy. Like 150 yards each for those guys gets Mahomes like sky high. So someone's got to not do as well as their projections are saying, right?
Yeah.
Or Mahomes throws for like 5,000 yards, which is also very possible. It's not
100%.
crazy at all. Because give Pacheco like 300 yards, that's not even being ambitious. Let's say Watson gets like 250. Let's say McCole gets like 200. Let's say Sky and Juju get like 300 each. We're already at like 1,300 right there, 1,400. Not even counting, Perine, who's also going to get a lot of playing time, especially as the season goes on. Gray will get his, 2 catches a game and get like 150 yards, 200 yards for the season. So, like, it's pretty crazy. Either Mahomes is going to just skyrocket over that, or someone's going to have a way worse year than we think it's going to have.
So about time and Charles Driver, I have the same sentiments they got. He'll be good, but we'll take shots with him down the field. But it would only be because we still got Juju. Hollywood's coming back pretty soon. We're still going to run the wide receiver screen, the hooks, the slants, quick balls, get the ball in his hand right now and immediately, and then let him go get some yards. So he might hit some deep balls this year, and I say a couple, just arbitrarily, number, but I don't think it's going to be at that much. Like you said, Hollywood's going to be more of that guy. We got so many speedsters. We got so many, and Rice does such a great job. I think he's the guy that takes on the outside role more so the slot. But yeah, he's going to divvy the ball up to a lot of different guys.
Yeah.
That's the question. That's really the answer of what's going to happen. So,
yeah. Okay, so that's it for the receiving aspect of things. So we got rushing. So Isaiah Pacheco, 900.5 rushing yards, over or under?
$900.5.
Over.
Really? So why so hesitant, JD? It's a injury or just split carries with Steve?
I think split carries. I think he'll be more used in the passing game. So that's why he has a smaller frame. Matter of fact, we threw him 1-2 against the Ravens in the playoffs on the outside, a little hitch ball.
Yeah.
Right. I think we utilize him like that, going out of the backfield, catching the football even more. Now look, he'll gash teams, but now he has somebody like Perine or Carson Steele that will be able to maybe eat into some of those carries. So I think, what'd you say, 9 what? What 9 what?
It's 900.5.
Pretty much 9 flat. Anything over 9, you win.
Yeah.
So 15 games, let's say he misses 2. In 15 games, that's 60 a game.
Yeah.
It's not even that crazy.
It's not crazy. It's not crazy.
For his average, that's like 13 carries a game for 15 games.
I hope he's over. So I'll say 900 because he almost hit it last year. Yeah, I'll go over.
Yeah. Okay, and then so now we're going to defensive ones, which is interesting. I hadn't seen these. Because we never do defensive stats as far as when we do our bets. I think we did it a few times last year, but I thought the season long ones were interesting. So we'll start off with George Karlaftis. JD thinks he's going to have 2 sacks tomorrow, so I think I know where JD's leaning on this one. But George Karlaftis, sacks for the season. Vegas has his over-under at 9.25 sacks on the season. Over or under 9.25 sacks for George Karlaftis.
Oh yeah, over. Definitely over.
I agree. I think I'll have like 13 or 14 sacks this year.
Over.
I like the consensus there. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then moving on to Chris Jones. So the Vegas over-under line for Chris Jones' sacks is 10.75 sacks. Will Chris Jones have over 10.75 sacks? It's a weird number, yeah. You got to account for the half sacks.
Yeah.
I'm going under. I think Karlaftis leads our team in sacks.
I think JD's gonna agree with you on that. I mean, 2 sacks right out the gate. That's big time for Karlaftis' numbers.
How many did you say?
What's that? For Chris Jones, 10.75.
10.75. Yeah, I think under. I think under.
9-10 range.
Yeah. Yeah. He might get 10.3 at 3.8.
All right. So last one. There's a fun one. So we always talk about turnover differential being a big thing for us, and especially in the DB room. And this is a guy who really hasn't had that many picks in his short career so far. It's Trent McDuffie. They have his over-under for interceptions at 1.5. So will he have 2 interceptions this coming season?
Trent McDuffie?
Trent McDuffie.
Yeah, he's going to get a couple. He's definitely going to get a couple. It's about time, man. It's about time.
I'm going under.
You going under?
Wow.
Another with the obvious. 1.5's really low for one of the top up-and-coming cornerbacks.
Yeah.
2, we've talked about our other cornerbacks not being tested. Where do you think quarterbacks are thrown every time? There's a reason why that's 1.5. He's not going to get targeted.
Well, if he plays some slot, which he will, nickel.
He'll have to catch a tip ball or something.
Yeah, and they might try to get it to like some of the, look, slot guys are big in the NFL, right? And so, you got speedy guys, but he's in guys hip pockets all the time. He'll get 2. I do believe that. I think this is one thing he wants to change, okay, is getting more interceptions. I think that matter of fact, that's what they want. They want more turnovers. You got to talk about it on defense. We need that turnover, right? So,
yeah, I said he hasn't had many in his career. He has 0 in his career. Trent McDuffie has 0 interceptions so far in his young career.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
so close. He's there.
Well, it tells you quarterbacks don't like throwing his direction. That's what it tells you.
No, that's what I'm saying. You have to get thrown at to get an interception.
Well, okay. We know that he's going to go and travel with the best, right? So you're going to have to throw to him. You're going to have to. Whether it had to be Jamar Chase or it has to be Devontae Adams, whoever it has to be, he's going to get tested.
Not if you think the other quarterbacks are bums.
Yeah, but I'm saying if he's traveling the man, he's traveling with your best guy.
Well, like we said a couple weeks ago, a lot of these teams have good number 2s. They have no problem. Burrow will have no problem throwing to Higgins 12 times in that game.
Do you think number 1 receiver is going to let any quarterback get away with that and say, are you not throwing to me because I got Trent McDuffie on me? There's going to be some helmet throwing, some cushions, some quarterbacks on the sideline, and they saying, I'm better than him. Give me a chance. And it's the matchup, man. You have to. You don't have to think your guy's better than this guy. And so,
yeah,
the egos, man, I'm telling you, the egos, these jokers is like, they don't care. Throw it to me. Throw it to me.
So Mike Bryant said to look at his college and interception numbers. Now it's coming back to me now. He only had 2 interceptions in his college career. McDuffie did
2
in his college career.
Uh-huh.
JD, is that more of, obviously we didn't watch his college tape, like, we did at the time, but like, is that more of like just being a lockdown corner, or is that just more just being not a ball hawk kind of corner? Just the way his style is so different.
Yeah, man, you could be technique sound, right? You want to make sure the one thing you want to make sure the guy doesn't do is catch the football, right? That is your job. Now, the interception is a bonus. Okay, you able to get one and throw it to you, that's the bonus. But I'm for sure he's like, you ain't gonna catch the ball on me. So some guys will take chances. He's not. He doesn't take chances. That's another thing. So a corner that doesn't take a whole lot of chances may not have a whole lot of interceptions. So that's why I think he's somebody said a more technical sound corner, right? Yeah, that's because he's a fundamental CB, no doubt about it. So he's going to have quiet feet up top, and he's going to do everything right. So he gonna have somebody. It had to be like an errant throw or something because he's gonna be right there. So
like a tipped ball or something.
yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna get his chances this year being in the number one spot without Snead.
He gonna have more than 1.5 though. That's the line.
Yeah, 1.5. So all he needs is 2.
So y'all the betting guys. So that means I put my money on these things right now, correct?
Yeah.
So I just put in Vegas and I throw my money on everything coming out, and that's where we're gonna be. All right. So I'm gonna put my money out there on Trent McDuffie having over 1.5.
And I believe it's actually plus money for him to be over 1.5. It's like plus 175 for him to be. That's pretty much being like the underdog. They don't expect it to hit, so that you're getting more money for it if you think it's going to go over 1.5.
Okay, I got you.
So yeah, these are all the season-long props, guys. So hopefully everyone, hopefully all these things are over. So we all obviously we go undefeated. Teja.
So you can't put these bets in after the first game, right? Maybe it's a silly question.
Season-long bets, I believe not.
Okay.
Season-long bets, no, I don't think so.
All right.
I don't usually do season-long ones because you can't parlay them. I would try to parlay them with different Chiefs ones, and you can't. In my experience, it's a
Probably
single
on
bet.
DraftKings.
Parlay season-long ones with the same team. With the same
I don't
team,
know.
I don't think so. They don't allow you to do that. If I wanted to parlay like Chris Jones and Carl Loftus with it mixed up, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
Vegas, I'm sure Vegas you can find a place to do that. A sportsbook, they'll let you do that.
They don't want you to take like one under and then one over, like 2 receivers. Like, you didn't throw to that guy, not that guy this year.
Yep.
Because one directly correlates to the other.
Yep.
Or if you did Mahomes over and like Rashee Rice over, Kelsey over, like 3 overs with him.
Yeah.
So I got people saying bet the farm. Hit his first in tomorrow night. Yep, has to be before that time. So okay, all right. I'm put some money down, some bets. Sure, I got a nice little shiny $5 bill. I think.
Yeah, put some do re mi's on that.
Yeah.
1.5. I can't believe he only had 2 in his college career. That's kind of wild. All right. Okay, so now we're gonna get to the nitty gritty. It's time for our same game parlays. It's that time of the year, baby. It's so exciting. That's how you know the season's back. So cash and props with Dunn and Dash is back, baby. All right, so Teja's gonna start us off like normal with his 5-leg same game parlay. And guys, the rules of this for anyone who's new, it's 5 legs with a $25 max bet. So that's the way we do it. If you guys like the bet so much, you guys can put whatever you want on it. We just kind of keep it small here. Go $25 on these 5-leg for the same game parlay. So Teja, take it away, buddy.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so not a ton of trends, obviously, to get behind because it's game 1 tomorrow. So a lot of this is, what I think game flow, game planning is how I made most of my picks. So going to start at the top. Let's go Henry, 15+ carries. I just think they're going to want to see set the tone running the ball with Henry. He was basically their offseason offensive addition. They're going to want to make a point here. No more Gus, no more fuss. Henry's the guy, and I think it'll be a close game, so I think he gets at least 17, 18. Pacheco, 41 rushing yards. I think I bought 10 on this one just to balance it out a little bit, make it easy. 41+ rushing yards. I think Pacheco sees most, if not all, carries, unless he's ripped off some long run and he gets extremely tired. Even if he rips off a long run, you got for your 41 in the bag easy. I think he gets this by like the third quarter to make it safe. Again, I think it's a close game, so I think no bending the run at all. I think we try to set the tone with the run game. I think people are expecting us to come out firing, and we just slow them down in the delay run game. Rice, 6 receptions. All right, let's go with the little numbers here, right? So from November 26th on against the Raiders, where she only had 2 games of under 6 catches. The playoffs against Baltimore, he had 8. Without a Hollywood, I think we'll look to get involved in the passing game, and he's our yak man, so I just think 6 is in the bag. Pacheco, 2 catches. I know we signed Perine, and he'll be our third down catching specialist eventually, but not yet. I think Pacheco catches a ball in the opening drive. I think he catches 1 or 2 more after that, at least 1 in a planned design screen and 1 just a simple dump off that Mahomes is just trying to get rid of it. Lastly, Chiefs over 1.5 field goals. So I think it's early in the season. I think we have at least two drives that look really promising, maybe after one long play. I just think we stall out in the end zone. We saw in the preseason a few times too, where we looked really good, and then all of a sudden around the 25-30, we just stalled out. It's early in the season. Things are going to be not as smooth going into it. I think both teams actually have 2 field goals, to be honest. But I think it's safe to say the Chiefs get 2.
Yeah, I think I input that wrong. I put 2.5 field goals there. Sorry, guys.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5 field goals.
Oh, 1.5. Okay.
Yeah, 1.5 field goals. I didn't put that correctly.
I'll do a bonus. Justice Hill, I think it's 7 yards receiving. I think they're going to be giving Henry so many carries. Maybe they try to get him one screen because, just to fake us out on that play. But I think Hill is their defined pass catcher.
You said Hill what now?
I think it's 7 yards receiving, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, only 7 yards receiving.
Yeah, it's real low.
Okay.
So JD, what do you think about this 5-legger from Teja here?
I definitely like the first one, Henry, 15 plus carries. I definitely believe that's going to happen. He's going to feed him. First game of the season, see what he's all about. They said he's got leaner. They're definitely going to utilize him as much as possible tomorrow. Pacheco, 41 plus rushing yards. I could buy that. I could buy that. I think he'll be somewhere around there, 41 to 50, somewhere around there. I don't think you have nothing over 60. So I could definitely do that. That's a good one. Rice, 6+ receptions. I don't believe Rashee Rice will have 6+ receptions. I think he'll probably be around more 5.
Okay.
I think they're going to game plan for him. And they know
he only had 41 yards against them in that game, but he had like 8 receptions. So they did game plan him well. They didn't let him go anywhere, but he still caught them.
What killed him last year in the playoffs was that wide receiver screen, and they're going to be looking for that. And so they know that the 2 big dogs is Travis Kelce and Rashee Rice. Okay, and so they're going to try to do something with that. They got a good secondary. Okay, much better than it was last year. Pacheco, 2+ receptions. I could buy that too. Definitely a good one. And then Chiefs over 1.5 field goals. I believe that's a good one as well. So that bet, $25 to win $238. Okay. Great bet. Rashee Rice, I think, is going to have about 5. But that's not a bad bet. I mean, 6+, he could definitely do that.
I think if you did Rashee Rice 5 receptions, it'd take it down to like 25 for like probably 180, 190. So
okay.
It's not bad.
That Joker might have 5 catches in the first half.
You don't think he'll get 6 then? What do you mean?
I'm just saying. No, I'm saying. I have a feeling that they're game planning for Rashee Rice, and that's one thing they were probably hoping that he was suspended.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. So Teja and I had some overlaps here in my bets. So we'll go off first right off the bat. Chiefs money line. So I think Chiefs are going to win this game straight up. We talked about it on the show this week. I think that, being embarrassed last year, the season opener, obviously it was a bad game for us, and we still came down to the wire in that game. I think we're going to come out and dominate this game. I think honestly, I didn't have the guts to do it, but I almost sold points and took Chiefs minus 5.5 to win by a touchdown, but I didn't do that. She went with safe with the money line. I think with their O-line, specifically the right side, kind of looking like makeshift, I think our defensive line is going to have our way with them. I think Jones is going to have at least a sack or 2. I mean, JD thinks Karlaftis is going to have 2 sacks, so I think our defensive line is going to have our way with them. And of course, Mahomes just being Lamar's kryptonite. They kind of go away from their game plan, and they shouldn't with King Henry back there, but they generally go away from their game plan when they go against Pat and the Chiefs, and which is why Lamar is 1-3 when he goes against the Chiefs in the Patrick Mahomes era. So Chiefs money line there. Next one, Pacheco, 75 plus rushing and receiving yards. This is a combination bet here. So Pacheco, 8 out of his last 9 games, he had 75 rushing and receiving yards going back to last season. So take all the playoff games, and then going like 4 games before that, he went 8 of 9, getting 75 receiving and rushing yards. And I think this is pretty much a no-brainer here. No CEH, no McKinnon. Perine, yes, he'll probably get some snaps. Steele will get some snaps, but I think they're going to kind of go bit heavy with Pacheco in this game, whether it is being a third down back, getting the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and just running the ball. He had 24 carries for 64 yards against them the last time they played. So, or 24 for 68 the last time they played. So he's going to tote the rock a lot in this game. And I think you're going to see a lot more of that this week as Perine kind of gets more involved with the offense. Then you might see a little bit of throttling down. But I think at least for week 1, I think we'll see him get a lot of touches, which will give him that 75 rushing and receiving. I'll just do this since we're on Pacheco right now. Over 2.5 catches. Again, without CEH and without McKinnon, and he lost some weight this offseason. I think he's primed and ready to be this receiver out of the backfield. I know Teja went over 2 catches. I'm going over 2.5 catches with this. Pop eclipsed this 11 times last year, with playoffs included. And he had 4 against them the last time he played Baltimore in the AFC Championship game. So I think over 2.5 catches, I think it's a lock. But we'll see. And then Travis Kelce, 60 plus receiving yards. Now this is one, Kelce dominated them. JD, you made a comment about Kelce stealing Kyle Hamilton's lunch money. I literally have it scripted here that I actually wrote that before you said that on the show tonight. Great. So you and I are in the same thought process there. Kelce cooked Kyle Hamilton and stole his lunch money. That's what I have. And I think in that playoffs where we kind of get with the Kelce, like 10 plus targets every game, I think you might see that same kind of game plan to kind of continue to do it until they stop it, because they couldn't stop it in that game. And quite frankly, continue to do it. It's a big game. It's not like we're kind of, playing the Carolina Panthers to start the season out. Playing against the Baltimore Ravens, you're throwing everything out there. You want to get this dub, and you want to do things that are going to get you over that hump, and that's Kelce. And Kelce's last 4 games going back to last season with the 10-plus targets a game, he eclipsed over 60 yards receiving in each game. So that's 60 yards for Kelce there. And then Rashee Rice, over 5.5 catches. So this is the 6-catch thing with Teja here. In the last 12 games of the year, Rashee Rice eclipsed 6 catches 8 times. So he went 8 for 12 with the 6 catches. And just based on Mahomes' comments on Rashee Rice, talking about his growth, his confidence in the offense. And if you look at the Lions game when they actually played a quarter together, in that one drive alone, Rashee Rice had 4 catches for 35 yards. If that's any indication for how the season might go for him, and specifically this game, to get 6 catches, I think we could see it. I think it's not only going to be screens and Mahomes talking about his growth in the offense. I think we could see more, little other things, finding soft spot in the zones and sitting down 6 yards and downfield instead of, catching screens. He's doing that downfield, kind of more of a downfield threat. And I think we might see a lot of that. And I think tomorrow starts his 6-catch trend here. And this is $25 to win $475 with my 5-leg same game.
Okay. Like every bit of this bet. All right. About time. Peace out, brother. He's leaving out. Good to see Kareem come in too. Let me see. Chiefs main line like the first one. Pacheco 75 plus rushing and receiving yards. I do believe that. I said he was going to have somewhere rushing around about 50 something. Close to 60. He'll get a couple of screens, maybe a dump over the middle. Kelce, 60-plus receiving yards. So I don't know.
What are you sure about, Kelce?
Yeah. Kyle Hamilton is going to be on him. He's going to catch some passes, but I think they're going to be he'll catch No, he'll get over 60. I think you if you're gonna come out the gate, he didn't get to play the first game last year. Get him involved early, right? Get him involved early. Pacheco over 2.5 receptions. I definitely believe that. Like I said, maybe a screen, flat catch over the ball. It's good. Rice over 5.5 receptions. If Kelce's gonna have over 60 plus receiving yards, I think Rashee Rice, he is not sneaking up on anybody again. He did it all last year. Snuck up on everybody. Defenses are not full this year. Not at all. They understand that Rashee Rice is his number one wide receiver. Even with Hollywood Brown coming in here, Rashee Rice he's the guy. He's the guy.
Well, then you must think Xavier Worthy might have a good game then.
I think Xavier have a good game, but I think he'll sprinkle it around. I think all the guys will be involved. You still got Juju coming in. He still understands the offense. Go Harmony be able to come in. Justin Watson be able to come in. Sky Moore's going to get a couple looks. So I think it's going to be just by that wide receiver committee is what I'm thinking. So Xavier might have a pretty decent game, but it's still going to be kind of screens. But the one guy that you can't have beat you down 2, or I say 3 offensively, Travis Kelce, Rashee Rice, and Isaiah Pacheco. So those going to be the key guys to stop for the Ravens. And so I guarantee they're going to try to get somebody to match up with Rashid as much as possible.
Yeah.
So, but it's a good bet. $25 to win $475. That's a good lick. It's a good lick. I hope y'all prove me wrong on that Rashee Rice having receptions over 6. So
JD, it's time for you to pick your choice. Which parlay are you backing?
Oh,
it's funny with Marcus and I's bets. Some of them are like just his the accelerator version of mine. So
yeah,
like you choose more money, or do you choose a little safer? Is what you usually have to choose between these.
Right, and I'm realizing I'm going back to realizing that you're a little bit more conservative in your betting, Teja, than Marcus is. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, because I am so elated about this game coming out here, I want the Chiefs to absolutely destroy these guys in every part and every bit of this. I like the $25 to win the $475. Okay,
I bet with your head, not with your heart, JD. Come on now.
I hear you, man. I hear. Look, if we're gonna go broke, we might as well go ahead and go all the way for it, right? and he's really right there with you in all respects. I think yours are great bets, safe bets. Bet with the Chiefs. Pacheco 70+ rushing receiving yards is a good bet. Kelsey 60+ receiving yards. That's the question for me, and the one to Rice having the six receptions or more is the other one. So, but yeah, I like the money. I like the money. I like seeing that money come in. Yeah, I like seeing that money come in. So I'm gonna go with the $25 for Marcus on that to go ahead and win. Y'all not too far from each other,
No, we're not.
Yeah,
and your most unsure one is the one we both actually have, the 6 receptions for Rice.
Yeah. So I like that payout. The payout looks better, man. It's shoot.
Yeah,
that 4 looks better than 2.
Yeah. Well, I bought Pacheco's down to 41. I bought Pacheco's down to 2 receptions. That's the difference. See, it adds up.
Wow,
that's literally it. Because I think Henry's is 15.
Okay.
Rice is 6. The Chiefs over 1.5 field goal is as standard. So yeah, it was just those 2.
Yeah, and I wasn't sold enough on Pacheco's just rushing. So I wanted to combine it with his receiving. So I think he's gonna have a good receiving day. So I wanted to combine both of them together. So I wasn't
41 rushing yard. It's like, man, that's like 10 carries at 4 carry though. Come on.
Yeah, but let's say he has a bigger receiving role. I wanted to make sure I dotted all my I's and then
I get it. Well, let's be honest here. You still, if you want 75 rushing and receiving, you need to get about 41 rushing. Okay.
Oh yeah, no question. Yeah, absolutely.
That's true.
You may as well put the 41 rushing in your bet, buddy, if you're going to take that one.
Mm-hmm.
They won't add that much for that though in those bets when you do that.
No. But the fact that he did it as much as he did last year, and he wasn't receiving the ball as much, and I think his receiver role is going to get bigger. I think that really getting at the 75 where I got it right now, I don't think it's going to last long once they realize how much he's going to be involved in the passing game.
Well, especially early in the season before Perine gets a lot of work.
Yep.
Tell you what, though, if Perine gets a lot of work tomorrow, I think he's going to be very involved this season. So we'll see how involved he is tomorrow. I'm very curious about that.
Yeah.
But he's still fresh. So if he's already a lot, then whew.
I'm telling you, he's going to get some looks tomorrow. I would bet on it. I would bet on it for sure. He's not like a young guy like Carson Steele. Like Carson, he might, he's still kind of working in preseason of one thing. This is for all the marbles. You coming in. This is the real deal now. He'll probably get a couple of looks, little carries, little dives and stuff like that. But Perine's going to be the second back for sure.
Yeah. And Perine, and that's the thing too. It's not like we're getting a guy who's sitting at home. This is a guy who was in training camp with, with Denver and stuff. It's not a guy who's getting off the street who didn't go to training camp or play in preseason. Perine's been there, so he's active and ready to go. He doesn't have to get back in the game.
Fighting for a spot too.
Yeah.
He's fighting for a spot in Denver.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, so tomorrow night is the first game of the season, obviously. And after that, you guys, the post-game show with myself, JD, and Teja will be on Bleacher Report right after the game. So that link will be posted on our Twitter account as well as our YouTube little community post. We'll post that there. And then if you guys cannot make the Bleacher Report showing, we'll have that on our YouTube channel later on in the evening, shortly after that. So it's going to be a good one, guys. So, be ready to come and celebrate with us on the live stream after the game tomorrow night. Great show. It was great being able to do the betting show with the regular show that we do. It was good stuff. We had 120 plus people here tonight. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. And I've seen Jubal Ray. Marcus, check the chat. I went back and looked, Jubal. I see his before yours. So if you email me, chiefconcerns@yahoo.com, we'll set you up with something because I just looked at my chat. Doesn't see it doesn't reflect what you're saying on the chat for me. So
what is it?
Jubal Ray said that she got the answer before Nick B did for the Okoye gift thing.
Okay.
But I checked the chat. It doesn't see it on my end. It doesn't show for me that she got it before him. But nonetheless, reach out to me, chiefconcerns@yahoo.com. I'll set you straight. I'll get you something good. All right. Yeah. We'll hook you up. JD, want to close us out here? Sign us out.
Hey, look, tomorrow. We know what time it is. It's game time, baby. It's game time. And so everybody's ready. Everybody's prepared. The hay is in the barn. This is it. This is starting out the historic season right now. Kansas City taking it all the way. Three-peating starts right here. Starts in Kansas City. And no better opponent than the Baltimore Ravens. So with that, be there, be square, folks. Be there, be square. We'll be ready after to talk about the win that the Chiefs got, the convincing win. And so we'll see you there, the chat, the live after that, Bleacher Report. Just want to tell the people, obviously, about time, Daniel Akers, Nana, Sherry, Kathy Welch, Gary Holland, Kale, Charles Driver, KSU 1989, John Clifford, appreciate it. Thanks for the loot. Mike Brennan, Kareem, Joe Delaney, Don Peterson, Go Forever KC, Jubal Ray, Chiefs fan 211, About Time, Kareem, good seeing you, Janae Rains, good to seeing you, Mike Brennan, Andrea Chenault, Drayson Michael, About Time, Go Forever KC. If I've said your name one or too many times, Gary Holland, love each and every one of you guys. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Game time tomorrow. Be in front of the TV or be there at the stadium. Be there cheering them on. Okay? That's how it's going to be. So get ready. Get ready. Yes, sir. We ain't going. The season's here. Oh, my goodness. It is here. Randy Conley, Illy Beeman, Richie Hall. Good seeing y'all. Love y'all. God bless. Tilly Train. Tomorrow, we'll see y'all later after the win, okay? Y'all enjoy it. Get some wings, whatever y'all need to do, some barbecue. It's going to be up in the air, man. So
let's get it, baby.
Yes, sir.
One more sleep, and then we're here. One more sleep, and then we're here. All right, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Love you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy, fellas.
See you.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.